Hello everyone, this is Demetra K and I have another video for you here. Okay, so I just want to get a couple of things out of the way. In no way, shape, or form am I trying to be offensive or offend anybody. Also, I am not victim shaming or victim blaming in any way. Now, if you take it that way, it's because you wanted to. All right, so now that I've gotten that out the way, yesterday we heard about Chris Brown and his friends or homies or whoever they are being sued for rape. Okay, let's just put it out there. I guess in 2017, February, a girl is alleging that Chris Brown, I don't know if she's actually alleging Chris Brown did it, but it happened at Chris Brown's house, that she was raped and all kind of other horrible things. Now, let me just say this. If indeed that woman was raped, everybody involved should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Now that I've gotten that out the way, I want to say this. Because I know me personally, I am wondering, when are we going to start having the other side of the conversation? Okay, well, what's the other side of the conversation? The other side of the conversation is talking to our young women and some of the older women, apparently, about being proactive instead of reactive. Now, when you are on the other side of a rape, and I'm not saying that, these women put themselves in the situation, and even if they did, okay, it's still not their fault. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to a party and there's going to be a bunch of dudes there, a bunch of drinking and drugs, somewhere in your mind you have to say, okay, Betty, or whatever your name is, let's just say D. This might not end up very well for me, so I'm going to be proactive and not take myself to that party or put myself in that situation, okay? Now, that's being reactive. Reactive is, oh my God, I went to the party, I did all these drugs, and I got drunk, and I got raped. That's reactive. Again, there's no excuse for rape. But we keep having the other side of the conversation, oh, these men, they're so bad, and they're so bad, they're rapists. And you know what? And all that is true. But what about empowering our women? Like we have all these women empowerment groups now and all this other stuff. I always see that. I'm not saying that they don't, but for what I see, they're always talking about the bad man, the bad men, and this and that and this and that. But never once have I seen one of those women get up on the podium and say, you know what? Yeah, those men are bad. They shouldn't be raping. They should be prosecuted and all this other stuff. I don't ever hear them saying, now women, stop putting yourself in that situation. You know good and well, if you go to a party where all this stuff is going on, you may end up on the wrong side of that. So stop putting yourself in that situation. Listen, I'm a mom. I got a daughter, and I tell her to avoid those things. Of course, I would like die if something like that happened to my daughter. But I always want to make sure she goes into situations knowing good and well what may happen to her. So I have taught her to avoid those things. We are in 2018, and for us to not have that conversation with our young women, that we are failing them. Young women, old women, we are failing them. What happened to the good girlfriends that are around? Like, girl, maybe we shouldn't be going to this party because you know how things get down. What happened to those conversations? I mean, we need to start having that conversation. And I want to say that to you men that have daughters. Start telling them, y'all men, y'all know how men get down. Not saying that, I'm not demonizing men, but start empowering your little girls. Don't go to the party because you know A, B, C, and D is going to go down. Don't go with somebody who ain't going to have your back. If you know they talk about drugs and drinking and alcohol and there's more men than women, don't go. Like, have those conversations with them. 2018, we should be past that, but we got to start having the other side of the conversation. We got to stop watching Gloria Allred show up, and making these women, which a lot of them are, thinking that they're the victims without telling them before you become a victim, don't get in the situation. Again, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I just want to start the other side of the conversation. Start keeping it real with these girls and telling them that there's nothing good going to happen to you more than likely on the other side of drinking and doing drugs at a party with a bunch of men. All right? So for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel.